Happy 250th birthday, America. Join me in making this fun shaker card. Hello everybody. With America's 250th birthday coming up, I could not let it pass without making something fun. And I love shaker cards, and I thought, you know what, this would be a perfect time to make a fun shaker card to celebrate America's 250th birthday. So, and of course, I love glitter, so I had to use glitter. So make it with me, and I will have these designs available. So let's start, and I'm going to, now mind you, the glitter, that paper that I'm using is just something I've had in my stash, so I couldn't tell you exactly like where it's from, but anyway, you will just have to like just have to find some, right? Okay, so actually I want to do this first. So we're gonna glue, and I'm going to use foam tape to pop some things up because I do want it to stand up. But I'm going to use, and I'm using Barely Arts, the glue. So I center it, this red on the blue. And then I'm going to pop up the white glitter with foam tape. Grab my scissors here. And the handy thing about foam tape is it's pretty like bendable too. And you can also cut it in smaller pieces too. So if you need it, I've even like, say this is this width, and I have cut it before in half, or just cut it in smaller chunks. But put this on. Get those. And then kind of center it. Oh, that looks so cool already. Okay, now I'll do the 5. Layer them. And you don't have to use the foam tape, but you could just layer it, but it's always fun just to pop it up. And there's a variety of foam tapes. I believe I got this from scrapbook.com, but I'm sure you might have your favorite, or even the, what is that? The other foam tape that's like a household stuff. I've used that before too. Lately I've really enjoyed just making a bunch of shaker cards and things. And this I got scrapbook.com, and then I believe my little beads that I'm going to fill it with, I got them from, you know, I'm not even sure. Not an affiliate for them anyway, so not an affiliate for scrapbook.com either. And if you're going to mail things, obviously, you know, you're going to have a little bit of more postage, but I just not plan on mailing this, but it'd be a super cute like cake topper if you wanted. You could do a really festive cake for the celebration. Oh, isn't that fun? I love it. Okay, let's do our part here. Now, this is a white glitter and a gray, like silver glitter, and this is the outer piece. So here is our acetate. You can see that. We're gonna glue that on here. Make sure I get it right. Might actually go this way. I think that it's exactly the same, but okay. So I'm going to use Bear the Arts glue here. Just kind of make sure you stay in your lines. And because the acetate is not porous, it will still, it works great still to glue, but just got to make sure you have a good ciliar area, because obviously you don't want things coming out. Kind of line that up, press it down. All the way around. So there's that. Now I'm going to use the foam tape, and I'm going to cut it because it's a little bit wider. So I'm simply, and I know there's the thinner, like I said, it comes in a variety of different sizes, but I just want to show you too what you can do. You don't have to just be limited. Okay, now I'm going to have this in two sections, the top part and the bottom, because I'm going to put some different colors. So that is why I'm putting one across the center. You wouldn't have to do that, but got the other side here. Like I said, it's pretty handy because it was like, will kind of bend. And another way you can do the shaker cards is you can just see this outer white glitter thing. You could just stretch, like cut up multiple pieces of that in the file. You could do that, and then you just layer them on top of each other. About 6 or 5 is kind of really good number to do, to kind of give it some dimension, because whatever your beads or fillers are, you actually want them to be, you know, to have the space. So sometimes you might need to add more. You just kind of gotta just play it by ear. I think I came the edge. Right there. Bend that around. I love the sounds of crafting, and that's kind of a cool sound when you cut in it. Even on screen here, you want to make sure again that there's no space in between, otherwise your shaker bits will kind of come out. Not trying to pull all these out. This extra sticky part, we can tell the backing until we start filling it, because then it will stick to the beads. piece. I'm gonna get this off of my hand. Obviously you don't want to cut your fingers. That would not be good. Do my little pieces here. Getting close. Might have forgot about being extra there. Or having N two. I'm sure I'll use the extra piece somewhere. Look at that, just barely shy. Add a tiny little piece in there. Squish them in there. Okay. Okay, now remember, okay, we're going to actually take that and we're gonna fill. These ones are, let's see, mix up. I'm gonna add the whites, a little bit of the white in each one. And I'm gonna add the blue. This is like Gina K ones. And get it apart here. I'm gonna add the blue ones down here. And stir those all up. And then I'm gonna add, that one's Milan. Like I said, it's good. You gotta kind of, it's good to keep that sticky stuff on there because I'm gonna add some more of this because fill up that space a little bit more. Now, carefully, oh, you know what? Look like I've got that little space right there. I'm sure some of you noticed that, right? Maybe that's too big. Okay. Now carefully take off, very carefully. I know you could use tweezers for this too, but just try to keep it flat so that you don't jump these beads around, or the sequins, or whatever you got it filled with. You can use, I've even seen people make, maybe I'll share on here sometime, but people will even fill their little shakers with the little candy sprinkles that you put on cakes too. See, I'm getting one stuck right in there. And you can't get your fingernails stuck on there either. Your fingers. Make sure we get all the way around. Okay. I think it's all off. Oh, I got that little bit of plastic right there. So some of these, because of the space, they're not going to flip over. So you might want to turn them over. Get your fingernail underneath it. Because they won't allow, so you're just going to see a white spot, which isn't bad, but it might be flipping things all around the room. Okay. Okay. So then we go and we lay this on, and you can lay it on really careful. Kind of press that down before you start lifting up, because you don't want it all to come out, and I might not be totally matched up, but you know, nothing's perfect in this world, so you guys are just gonna have to forgive me. I'm so excited, guys. Look how fun. I love it. I love it, love it. Okay. So let's start layering these guys. Now, I do have a short little clip. I'll do it as a short, but it just kind of shows you how to use the tape. So when these are separate, and we're gonna lay them on. I'm gonna put those on there. So it just kind of shows you a different way to like take it off of your cutting mat, if that makes sense, using this tape. And then, you know, I got all the little pieces everywhere. So, and I think I am going to use the foam tape on something too. Now, I want to make sure, okay, I don't want to get the glue on there, so I'm going to move it off. Now this piece right here, I don't know, maybe it'll be easier because it is dark. I know I'm kind of complicating. I'm gonna move them off soon enough that I can still adjust them. Pull that off. I can still adjust it slightly. And that pretty glitter. Okay. Then I wanted to, I might have to, I don't know, maybe I even not as many pieces. Okay, so still cutting these in half. Okay. can tear it like that too. Put that down. I'm not coming over the edges there. Skipping around to figure out which ones I want to put down. Sticky little buggers. Paper. It's sticking to your fingers. Maybe tweezers would be a good idea, but it's just one more thing to have to put in your hand. Okay, just thinking here. Need some smaller pieces for some of these spaces. Let's do it there. That might be holding over the edge. A little bit smaller. Not to flip it over. Now we just need parts of the E. And another part. I think we kind of have basically the area covered. Okay. Peel these guys off. I think I'm going to just, it's handy just so you don't lose the pieces. Is that sticky? Okay. Can't tell what's, some of them have the backing already peeled off. But it's handy to use the masking tape, the painter's tape, to just so you don't lose your pieces, but you don't have to leave them on and put it down because sometimes you can't see. If you had clear masking tape, it'd probably be easier, but okay. I can. Now I'll be able to rearrange these slightly too because they're not totally set yet. I think it has like a certain time limit on keeping it set until the glue, you know, sets, the adhesive. Oh, isn't that adorable? I love this. Look, I'm getting all the sticky pieces on me. Let's start over here. Like I said, I have a bunch of designs, like, you know, USA and America and different things, so that are available. And I'll be sharing more videos, putting those together too. Oh my heavens. If that is not just so cool. So this guy is going right up here, and you can tell This goes here. And now we're going to, these say, I guess it'll be a surprise. Actually, let's put these down first. Now I'm going to use the foam tape here because we want it all popped up. Throwing them around and fill in kind of spaces here. I'm not going to fill in all of the space, but little bits. And another one. Okay, make sure they're tacked down. Like I mentioned before, I love the sounds of crafting. I love getting to make stuff. Get those sticky things off. Okay. Let's kind of center it here. That. I'm going to put this guy down. Just the more dimension, it just kind of adds to it, right? And you can see on ToniEmily.com, you can see, it's obviously my blog, but you'll be able to find links to all of my stuff. Okay. Okay, now down here, I have, you get to actually see, see if this will work here. Okay. Maybe this one didn't work out as well. Kind of stuck to the paper, huh? Maybe that was an epic fail. You fail there. I have to cut that in vinyl. Did not quite work out exactly how I wanted. Pull this off. Worked great on the glitter ones, but not so much on this one. It's not horrible. Maybe I'll have to cut it out in like silver vinyl. You live and you learn, right? Guess that's gonna be on there. Sorry, keep changing my mind here. Yeah, it kind of pulled off that top layer, but maybe it's going to be a layered wording. That really would be cool if I do it like a red glitter vinyl or something. Okay, I'll try the other side here and just kind of layer that on top of it. You can get the idea here that I have. So America, 250 years and counting. Okay, let's do our last little thing here. Now I did the same thing, so hopefully it doesn't mess it up. Otherwise I'm gonna have to do it too. So I think I'm gonna I'm gonna pop up this just slightly. Let me go through all of them. Some will be maybe the tips. Kind of helps get that part off. I'm gonna rip it versus cutting it. Hey, we each got to do our own way, right? Craft our own way. Did I get all of it? And we'll put this guy right in the center. I have to make sure on my little pieces. The papers are peeled off. Okay, scoot that so it's being covered. Okay. Line this cute guy up. So that's the advantage of putting, especially if you have like specialty papers, you can kind of, if you pop it up, you can still see more of it through. Because if I just had it glued on top, you would barely see just a little edge. Get my little foam tape hidden. That's so cute. Cute little firework. Now I'm going to glue these on. And hopefully these guys don't look awful. Okay, I'm going to mirror it this way. Let's put, I'm trying to think what would be the easiest way. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue. And luckily this glue, see if I'm on camera. Luckily this glue dries clear. So you can kind of see it now. But, okay. When I said I'm going to mirror it, kind of, I want to, it is kind of, it's not bad. There. Yeah, the more I push down, huh? So there's something to note. Might have to do another glitter over this too. There. Like I said, doing the masking tape thing works really good for the glittered paper and for vinyl pieces too. It does kind of give that little rustic look though, so it's not bad. You know, it'd be cool too, is just to put some glue and then shake glitter over it, over on top of the glue. That would be cool. Maybe I'll do that instead of cut a piece of vinyl out. I use my Cameo 5 Alpha to cut all this out. Love that machine, it's so handy. And these papers are, this one is Encore paper. Oh my heavens, so cute, guys. Okay, we're obviously gonna pop this up with foam tape because need dimension, right? Okay, we're gonna cut to the chase here. Take those off so I can tear them. Okay, put that there. You guys, I'm loving this. So cute, so stinking cute. Just think if you paint a fun little, maybe you're not a treat person, you could put it on anything. Like instead of a cake topper, you could have it on maybe your, hot dogs or hamburgers in that pile, just to kind of decorate. But then you could have a layered cookie. I remember I need just a tiny bit. Layered cookie, red, white, and blue with the berries and all that. Fun fruit dessert or something. And then stick this on there. Or you could even cut up watermelon. That'd be perfect. And stick it in there for a fun, festive. Let's put that down a little bit farther and then I'll have to trim it. Just gotta get that paper off. Okay, did I get all the papers off? Okay, there's my cute firework, and I put him like right there. If that is not so cool. So happy birthday, 250th America. Yay. Anyway, happy crafting, everybody. Go to check out toniemily.com and follow for more crafting. And don't forget to hit subscribe. Okay, see you guys.